Let's all go to Cargonia, land of stolen pains. Obey the quartermaster, unless he is a link. Cargo scout the station, find more stuff to take. But the boss is never satisfied until the station breaks.
Okay, and we are back with more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, Gargoyle Earth Elementalist. So I did a little inventory management, nothing too exciting. So let's take a look at where we're at. So yeah, we're in much better shape than our wizard was. We have like the beginning damage spell, a more powerful damage spell. Petrify, which it came in handy a little bit. Lee's Rapid Deconstruction, which is a good powerful AoE that varies in effect depending on the wall type. And Vehimet has gifted us Iron Shot, which is an even higher level single target damage spell, and that's coming along. If you look at our overview, so yeah, we have 22 AC. Our intelligence is nowhere near what our wizards was, but we have far more AC. We have a decent range of equipment, and we have a full slate of resistances. So we are in pretty decent shape, and we have a bunch of these immunities that comes as being a gargoyle. So right now Vehimet is offering us Ozakubo's Refrigeration. Most of these spells I think we're going to ignore. We're going to focus on Earth. I mean, we may branch out into something else. Say Old Grubs is really good for living beings. And we don't really have like a... Lee's Rapid Deconstruction is like a smaller area of effect, unless you're using it on certain wall types. So Old Grubs, I think, affects everything on screen. So that might be something to think about. But we don't have a ton of... like Deep Elf, we don't have a ton of points to play around with, and we only have 3 Amnesia Scrolls. So, looks like we didn't explore, fully explore Layer 2. So let's see, what is our evocations are up to 5, our stabs are up to 6. I'm curious to see how this crushing works. Let's see. So we're gonna, like Mama bites you and does no damage. You block the attack. Let's see. You crush the Black Mamba. Yeah, so let's start working. I mean, I think our pole arm is obviously going to do better, and it gives us extra AC. So there's a wand or a scroll of fear. I mean, it might be worth getting it at some point. So let's do our overview, take a look at where we were at. So let's see, where is Lair? So we finished Lair. Okay, yeah, I completely forgot. So now we are headed to Orc, which was the bane of our existence last time. Hopefully we'll do a little, go Orc 1. Okay, here we are. So now we're in Orc. So yeah, we didn't do so well in Orc last time. So usually, let's see, what could we do here? So like I say, we don't really, our only area of effect is around a wall, so some other damage dealing spell would help. I mean, eventually we'll get something more powerful, we just need to wait for it. So we do have Ice Blast, and we do have some evocations now, so it should do some decent work for us. ZE. Alright. At this point we are leaving. So we should be able to use our pole arm. There we go. Alright. So we're just going to do some stair dancing. Well, the Orc Knight is a bit of a chore. So what I can do is I can evoke into the Orc Knight try to do some damage. Well, that didn't really work too well, did it? So we are going to Iron Shot him, F. So he's almost dead, and these guys are dead. Alright. Leather Armor of Cold Resistance, Great Sword of Electrocution. I did not notice that. I might have handled that a little differently. Okay, they're starting to thin out. He went invisible, but it did not help him. So I thought we had Torment resistance, but they seem to be doing okay. Let's see. You're resistant to Torment. Well, resistant, not immune, so you may have been in worse shape without it. +3 ring mail. Okay, so this is clearly a split orc because we only have one down staircase. So generally, if I have a wand of dig, do I have a wand of digging? I don't think I do. I do, but I only have 2 charges. I'll generally, if I have a lot of wand charges, or if I have a scroll of magic mapping, I'll try to clear out the first floor, because if you need to escape and you take an upstair into the unknown somewhere over here, it could be very deadly. But maybe we'll give it a shot. He is invisible. He is still invisible. Take out you. Alright. So yeah. So today is Easter Sunday. I had to take the last week off, quote unquote, for work. They're having us do like a shutdown because of all the coronavirus crap. But in my job, I have to work anyway. But fortunately, I didn't have to work too much. It was quieter than I thought it was going to be, actually. So we'll just clear this out. So I think the main bulk of enemies is going to be up here. But let's see. I think we picked something up, right? What did we pick up? I could have sworn we picked something up. Guess not. Alright, so I think most of them are going to be up there, so I'm going to come over here. Just make sure, yeah. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to do. So here is, well, let's first see what's up here. Okay, so here's Elf and some orcs. Here's Orc Priest. So here's what I'm talking about. Those stairs are closer, but who knows what's waiting for us. Maybe nothing, maybe... Okay, so his summon finally ran out. Okay, so he's got a glaive, so we're just going to sit here and trade pole arms, I guess. Didn't mean to do that. So we can summon Demon, Pain, Smite, which we should be resistant to. So we will just Iron Shot him. Okay, so I think that should be probably about it up there. Or not. Alright, well this is reasonably clear, so I'm going to come up here. I'm supposed to have Monday off too, but I have to work, so yay. Yeah, my job is, I've been there for a long time. It's stable and they know me, but it's not. I'm ready to do something else, to be honest. But now is not the time to be job hunting. Okay, still nothing too scary. We have our torment resistance. We have a... Yeah. Alright, so that should probably be... Well, here we go. Here's some more. Orc Warrior, a couple ogres. Ooh, Vehemet offers us Orb of Destruction. I'll have to think about that. I mean, we already have Iron Shot. Oh yeah, what are we training? We're training our polearms up and our shields up. We want to get our shields eventually up to 15 to completely eliminate the spell casting penalty. Orb of Destruction. So it's conjurations only. We have a 67% chance of failure. I mean, it's kind of redundant because we already have Iron Shot. They're pretty similar. It's like a high single target damage spell. Orb of Destruction will kind of float around and kind of try to track people. Well, let's see. Let's take a look. Creates an orb of pure destructive magic, blah, blah, blah. So power can go up to 10. High range, high hunger, a bit loud. Iron Shot also goes up to 10. It's combined schools, conjurations, and earth. Bit loud. I don't think so. Maybe we'll pick up a spell book with it. Again, we have to be a little judicious with our spell points. And so I think I've looked into it in the past. So I think Iron Shot is maybe a little easier to dodge. And wow, this is weird. So we have 2 stairs here, and the rest are way over there. Huh, I've never seen one quite like that. So like I say, Orb of Destruction generally isn't a straight shot. It'll kind of loop around, and so it's kind of less reliable and could potentially hit yourself. So I think we'll stick with what we have. Okay, so now we've identified the stairs. So so if there's a big structure up here, maybe this is where the bulk of our orcs are hiding. Okay, we will bring these guys down, maybe bring them close to the rocks so we can use our lees. We'll use a stone arrow on him. We don't really need Iron Shot. And if we check out the hunger cost, so our stone arrow is down to no hunger, whereas our Iron Shot still has a fair amount of hunger, and it's louder. So we won't use that unless we really need it. In fact, we could even use Sandblast on some of these guys, I think. Okay. Not on you, though. Okay, so he is by stone wall. So I think Lee should do some extra damage to him. And it's also loud, so we're kind of clearing out this little area, which is fine. We're back here, so they can't pile up on us too badly. So yes, I think this may be like a secondary gathering of orcs, or maybe not. So, oh, yeah. Now it's starting to get a little interesting. And we're starting to run low on mana. What are our evocables? Lightning Rod. Do we wanna... Can we get a Lightning Rod in here? And it gains power every time you shoot it, and it'll recharge over time. I think at this point we will walk away. Could petrify. Yeah. Wait here. Okay. So now he's going to block that hole, and we will run away. Because we are a spellcaster, not a Minotaur Berserker. So if that's where the bulk of them are, maybe this is the... Oh, this is just coming at it from another angle. Huh, interesting. I'm not sure I've seen an orc quite like this one. Alright, here we go. So this guy, Soul Eater, will drain life. Drains the life force of a nearby creature, healing the user depending on damage dealt. So we want to... Oh yeah, and so if you ever want to know... They've added this recently, so if you want to know who has cast a summon, if you hover over the summon, you'll get a little circle over the caster, which is handy. So we will try to Iron Shot him. And yeah, it is starting to damage us. Okay. So Iron Shot. Get our mana back. We'll head around this way since we've already stirred him up over here. Yeah, so at this point, usually I can get through Orc and Lair without being horribly murdered, but if you watched my last run, you will see that is not always the case. But it used to be just getting here was a huge challenge, and then I would be hopelessly murdered. But, you know, you learn stuff. Like I said, I've been playing this for probably, gosh, probably 6 or 7 years now. I think, yeah, 2013, 2014. And like I say, I've tried to take a hybrid approach of, you know, encountering stuff on my own, and then, you know, okay, well, what can we learn about this? Let's look it up. Alright, looks like we cleared a lot of this out. Sometimes when you meet a unique for the first time, if you don't, you know, examine them, you'll have no clue that, oh, he can paralyze me, and you are immediately killed. There's a bunch of evocables, nothing super exciting. The Phantom Mirrors are pretty cool in a pinch. Food shop, kind of a waste for Orc, but what can you do? We will not mess around with Orc High Priests. We will Iron Shot them. Let's see. Don't know how many guys we have left. So I set my injury warning up high because I kept tabbing and getting murdered. And, oh, good. I thought we were resistant. Somebody's resistant to Torment. We're sure taking a lot of damage. Okay, we'll hide. Maybe they can't find us. They found us. Stone Arrow, Sandblast. Sandblast is for a level 1 spell. It's still doing good work for us. +2 leather armor, fire resistance. We've got 2 pips already from our cloak. If we were to ever get rid of that cloak, then we might think about switching to that. Dare we Sandblast an Ogre? Sure, why not? Alright. So it feels like we've got a lot of this cleared out. Oh boy, Orc Sorcerer. Well, the main threat from him is Bolt of Fire, and we have good resistances for that. But I will still not mess around. I will Iron Shot him. Do you want to Sandblast him? Sure, why not? Mace of Holy Wrath. Okay, so I assume, yeah, here's our remaining 2 shops. Antique weapons. Brightly glowing dagger, fine great mace. We've already gone with pole arms and a shield, so great mace is 2-handed. And yeah, there's no cross training with maces and flails, so yeah, it's definitely not something we're gonna think about. Scroll shop, identify, remove curse, enchant weapon, brand weapon. Yeah, I'll take a brand weapon. Well, will I? And a magic mapping. Brand weapon, magic mapping. Enchant weapon. Identify. Sure, why not? I think we have enough remove curse. Yeah, 6. So yeah, since we're gonna run a shield, which is probably kind of overkill for a gargoyle because we are gonna have a ton of AC already, we're kind of limited to tridents or spears. This could be bad. Okay, so we got our shields up to 12. Yeah, I mean, we've raised our shields up already. We may as well commit to it. So we'll either use a trident or a spear. Or we could go into staves if we can find a cool staff. So we'll do shields to 15 and then pole arms. I think for trident we need to get to 14. fighting, we'll get to 12. I'm gonna make sure we don't skimp on our survivability, because that kind of screwed us last time, I think. Well, and the lack of a weapon. Okay. Orc Priest is nearby. Not anymore. So let's see, if we did want to think about switching weapons, it would be axes. And yeah, we're not gonna go axes. We could get a broad axe. There was a broad axe somewhere. +4 broad axe. We could brand that. It would probably do more damage than our trident. Something to think about. Oh, what do we have here? I'm gonna back up so I don't accidentally go in. So we have a book and a cursed -3 animal skin. So there is a... These guys are pretty deadly. They're sort of like the Centaur Warrior. They're the next step up from a Centaur. Tengu, and he is a Frimble's Ghost. Frimble the Cleaver, journeyman demon spawn gladiator of Okawaro. He has a significant amount of armor. Can hit up to 25 damage. I mean, there might be a cool spell in there. Maybe we'll come back. I mean, we do have these crystal walls to work with. We do have a lot of AC, so we'll think about that. Okay, so our AC with Trident of Protection is up to 29. So it adds 7 if you successfully hit. New attack. There's the ration shop. We just need okay, there, so we survived Orc relatively unscathed. That seems, I feel like we may want to come back here. So these guys are nothing to sneeze at either, these merfolk impalers. I think they have javelins too. So yeah, that's a lot of potential damage coming at us. Let's go back to our stash. Where is our stash? Up here. So let's see, any wands we want to drop. I mean, we do have evocations up. Any weapons we want to drop. Anything we want to drop? So we do have these 3 enchant weapon scrolls. And the brand weapon scroll. Is there... We could go for a demon trident. It'd probably be a while before we find one. Maybe we'll do that. Those do more damage and they're faster, I believe. So we'll save those and hope for a demon trident. Actually, that dude back there may have had a demon trident, now that I think about it. So yeah, I think we're okay. Let's check real quick. I guess we could look at our... We could have looked at our log, but I'm just curious. Does that merfolk impaler have a demon trident? No, it just looks like a regular trident. Oh yeah, trident of venom. Alright, no. Not interested. So now we will head back to the dungeon. It's telling us we have to go through Orc 2 to come back around. Okay. So now we will finish... Do we want... No, we don't want to learn Orbit Destruction. We will just keep going. We will clear out the rest of the dungeon. So we cleared out dungeon 11. Okay, so we'll start on dungeon 12. Hi guys. So we could use our Lee's Rapid Deconstruction. Behemoth offers us Spellforged Servitor. Huh. That is interesting. Because that uses conjurations, and we will... So it uses some... We'll have to think about that. Let's take these guys out, then we'll take a look at that. Alright, got some gold. Hopefully some juicy corpses. There's a Vorpal hand axe. Dagger speed. catapult flail. Oh, oops. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay, since it's at 99% failure rate, conjurations and summoning. Yeah, I don't know that we want to go into summoning. Let's take a look. We have a -1. So what Spellforge Servitor does, summons an extraplanar elemental and binds it to a durable shell forged from the caster's own magic. The Servitor is capable of unleashing some of the destructive spells known to its creator, though the strongest and most volatile magics cannot be imbued in this fashion. So if we summoned our Servitor, here's telling us he will cast Iron Shot. So I think that's our. Let's take a look. Stone Arrow. I might cast Stone Arrow too. Or maybe it just knows to cast the most powerful spell it has. So yeah, 99%. I don't know. What are our conjurations? Conjurations are up to 8. Seems like it would take a lot to get that castable. We'll give it some thought. And nobody's, we could also run into the spell via spellbook, so it's not necessarily the end of the world if we decide not to take it from Behemoth. But you guys just want to check Trident. Yeah, max min delay at skill level 14, which we should be pretty close. Well, we're 12. We got a ways to go. These Wyverns are still kind of tough. Morningstar. I wish there was some kind of earth summon, like Earth Elemental. I don't believe there is one. But again, then we would have to bring up summonings, and I don't think we want to do that. Potion of Cancellation, always handy. Oh, wasn't there a... Oh, yeah, there's a spellbook in that vault, which we're avoiding for the time being. Kill you. So yeah, we're mostly just... These little guys are mostly just killing them with our trident to save on our rations. Although I'm guessing we have a fair amount. Oh yeah, so I forgot. So since we're wearing the Amulet of Gourmand, we can eat all the chunks we're carrying. And you see our health hunger is going up to full and then very full. We have 39 rations. I think we're going to be good. And after very full is engorged. Which is handy for a spellcaster, since some of these have some pretty stiff... Okay, so he is petrifying. And then, should we sandblast him? Yeah, that was a dumb idea. Iron shot, iron shot. That was stupid. I'm just curious to see, because generally at this point a level 1 spell is going to be tailing off. Okay, Dungeon 12. Oh, good, bees. So again, they cannot poison us, so they could still kill us, though. Here's a simulacrum. Okay, so there's potentially more bees. Tengu Conjure wearing a buckler. So he will most likely, yeah, he will definitely have Battle Sphere, and he could have various bolts. So I think, I was kind of hoping to Iron Shot him. Wow. Nothing. But he's got high evasion. Yeah, 4. And so the spells he has are Throw Flame, Bolt of Magma, Battle Sphere, and Blink. So Bolt of Magma is Magma's Earth and Fire. Still, there's a lot of dudes here. I think we're just going to back up and hopefully not get horribly murdered. Back up. Get our AC up. Don't have enough magic. Stone arrow. There we go. Okay, so we don't want to go down there, so we'll pick another stair and start over. Do we have RC? Or no, he is... Yeah, white is up to... Yeah, 36 extra cold damage. Great. So we do have 2 pips of RC, so we should be alright. Oh yeah, here they come. We want to try Petrify, 56%, 73%. Yeah, Petrify is not something I've used a lot, but it seems reasonably useful. Okay, do we want to maybe Ice Blast them? I would like to kill these guys before we head back up. Okay, well, these are just kobolds, which do not concern us. Ringmail of poison resistance. We already have poison resistance. Oh yeah, this guy does extra damage when he is invisible. Cyclops. I've had a couple spellcaster runs ended by very large monsters chucking stones at us. But we have a lot of AC. Speaking of, what do we want to do? Yeah, I guess we'll stick with what we're doing there. Hi, Mr. Cyclops. Got some strength, which will help us out with our melee. We have an Efreet, but we have a lot of fire resistance, so I'm not super worried. Josephine, on the other hand, Vampiric Draining, Ghostly Fireball, and she has those wraiths. So let's see. I actually have a chance to petrify her. Wow, look at that. Iron Shot, so she can't dodge it. I'd like to kill her. Okay. Now we have 5 wraiths bearing down at us, and they can drain speed and hit for 15 damage. So that wasn't probably the greatest idea. We have no mana left. Do we have a haste? We do not. Can they see invisible? They can. Alright, I think we're just going to run away and see how it goes, and if it seems too scary, we'll teleport. Seems like it's going to be okay. I'm going to just get into a hallway so we can fight them one at a time. And we can just pole arm them, it looks like. Conjure Ball Lightning. Okay, so we lost our chance at Spellforge Servitor. And we definitely don't want Ball Lightning. It's one of those spells where you can potentially kill yourself. Okay, Orange Statues. I forget what they do. Orange Crystal Statue. Yeah, see, he has tons of resistances, but nobody's ever really resistant to Earth that I'm aware of. So you can cast Shadow Creatures, Confusion, although our MR is pretty good, so that's pretty low. Brain Feed. Drains a portion of intelligence. We don't really want our intelligence drained. He's guarding some artifact scale mail. Just use Stone Arrow. Okay, here comes some of those wraiths. Oh good, Jorgrin. He is also a Earth Elementalist. A Dwarven magician, particularly well attuned to the dungeon around him. He wields powerful earth magic in combat. So he's got more or less the same spells we do. I wonder what our petrify chances are against him. Yeah, 4%. I mean, it almost might be worth reading a silence, which we do not have. So we will Iron Shot, Iron Shot, Iron Shot. We will hit him to bring our AC. AC's up to 30 now with our Tried in a protection. We'll hit him a few times. Iron shot. There we go. And he was wielding a Vorpal Quarterstaff. Sometimes he's wearing a cool Earth Staff. But not this time. So we ate him. Sandblast, Sandblast. Just doing nothing to these guys. Stone Arrow. I'll have to think about that. That armor might be useful. I'm not sure. Well, we would need to waste a wand of digging just to be able to open that grating to even get to him. So I don't know. This might be something we come back to. So there's a queen bee. So that could be a shapeshifter because I don't see any other bees. So Yaktor and a Komodo dragon. Yeah, he's a shapeshifter. These all shapeshifters? Yeah, huh, that's interesting. So here's the entrance to vaults. That's where I say that's where it gets into, you know, how do you know that you're not supposed to jump right into vaults on level 13, which you would most likely be murdered if you did. It's either trial and error or look it up somehow. But these people who look up every little thing, I don't know. I mean, I think the people who, you know, LP every little detail and trick are doing a good service, but you know, if you just sit down week one and learn everything and everything there's to know about the game, that seems kind of boring to me. Just gonna sneak around, see what's over here. Probably not much. Yeah. Alright. So he's guarding a decent amount of stuff. Let's see, what is... Oh, you know? Can we cast Lee's? So he is a statue. Yes. Yes. Ring mail is poison resistance. We'll stick with our leather. The book is... Oh. Interesting. Some necromancy. But one of them is necromancy in earth. Wow. So we have... +1 head of RC++. What is this? +2 helmet of intelligence. So we lose our resist cold, but gain 3 intelligence. I think we'll take... that's a good question. Let's try on the scale mail. +4 scale mail, dex +2. So 27 and 11. Yeah, then our iron shot is back in the red. 27 and 11, 23 and 13. If it had some interesting resistances, maybe, but it's just dexterity. I think we'll go with the cold resistance for now. We may... Well, let's see. Without the helmet on, our iron shot is at 5%. With it on, it is at 4%. I guess Helmet of Intelligence makes more sense for a spellcaster. We do have a Ring of Protection from cold. Yeah. So let's grab that. So what else we have here? Okay, nothing super interesting. All right, so put on the Ring of Protection from cold in place of the resist corrosion. We're going to keep the resist corrosion around in case we need it. We're going to drop the hat. What is our MR? Is at 3. Probably don't need the ring unless somebody has a high chance to banish us. We have an unidentified potion. Stabbing, we will drop that. What else can we drop? We don't necessarily need to carry around the brand weapon and the enchant weapon. Where's our main stash? I think that's on layer 2. Alright. So we will drop enchant weapon, brand weapon. Okay, well, let me pick the brand weapon up and put it back down so it's on top. Just want to make sure to remember we have that. Because we may come across like a cool, like, you know, +8 trident or something. We could consider rebranding our +2 trident of protection, but it seems to be still doing its job. Okay, so back to the dungeon with more intelligence. Okay, dungeon 14. So there's another broad axe. So if we wanted to jump over to axes, we could, but I don't know. I haven't played with pole arms as much as I have with axes. Slimes, need to be careful they don't... Okay, there's a lot of slimes there. Yeah, let's just go up. One slime isn't too bad. Once they start getting together, they can do some pretty serious damage. It's an interesting little courtyard. Oh good, slimes. Okay, so... Oh, what happened? Oh, here they come. Okay, so we'll start using our leaves. You can use it on doorways, which is handy. And we are starving. But I think we could kill him. These guys aren't any trouble. And we got a nice corpse for our... Alright, yes. Eat, eat, eat. Unidentified scroll. We'll go ahead and use an identify. Scroll of acquirement. Alright. So, they've changed scroll of acquirement, so now when you read it, it'll offer you gold, food, and then 3 items, which are hopefully sort of relevant to your interests. So let's see what we get. So +2 kite shield of reflection. Interesting. So 2,500 gold. It kind of seems like overkill. Maybe if we were heading into Orc, but there was nothing really interesting in Orc. 4 rations. Staff of Wizardry. That would lower our failure rate on spells, which we don't have a problem with right now. Amulet of Reflection looks interesting. It would add Reflect to our shield, kind of like this shield here. Reflect Arlec, which we have, RN, which we have, MR++, which would be nice, but it's got, and it adds some to your shield, which all Reflect amulets do, but it's got int -5. I think that disqualifies it for our use. So do we want a Shield of Reflection, or Staff of Wizardry? Interesting. I think we're going to want to use the Earth Staff or the Energy Staff, so this would be kind of overkill. The gold, I mean, if we came across like a bazaar that had some cool stuff, that would potentially come in handy, but it's hard to say no to reflection. So that will help us with, you know, centaurs or yaktars or centaur warriors. So we did burn some of our enchant armor on our kite shield up to +4, but I think it's probably well, it's probably better to have the AC, to be honest, but here we can enchant it back up a bit. So yeah, so Cyclops shouts. The Cyclops throws a giant rock, large rock. You reflect the large rock off your +3 kite shield of reflection. The large rock hits the Cyclops. So yeah, so we could probably just stand here and kill him potentially. Oh, he ran out of rocks. So yeah, so I think that was a good choice. It's a zombie hornet, which I don't think can paralyze us. Okay, so yeah, again, here we go. So it's not perfect. So see, they are getting some damage through to us, but Iron Shot. Eat the Centaur. Yeah, this is a pretty little area. I don't know if you can reflect spells. I didn't notice. Okay, so this statue we can bounce our lees off of. Take on these guys. These guys are... Okay, so I guess purple is no elemental damage. Another broad axe. Okay, dungeon 14. Now on to dungeon 15. So I wonder if we can reflect his barbs. I don't want to rush down there and get barbed and... Nice, so it did reflect it. Manticore flicks its tail. Your +3 cut shield of reflection reflects the volley of spikes. The volley of spikes hits the Manticore. That's handy. I mean, it won't necessarily always do it, but... soften you up. Oh my! That's a fair amount of ogres and an ogre mage. What spells do you have? So he has Paralyze, but our MR is pretty high. He might have Crystal Spear, which is, I believe that's an even higher... Yeah, this is an even higher level earth damage spell. So it may not hurt to reset this. Take him out, hopefully. Okay, take these two guys up. Okay. And then let's look at our... I mean, our spells have a ways to go, so we should probably start training up some earth again, too. I don't really know what the optimal... Conjuration's up to 9. Yeah, I'll just kind of watch the spell power and see what happens. So we want to find a stairs we have not been down yet, and that is this one. Oh good, Tengu. Fortunately for you, I am immune to poison. You are not, so they confuse themselves. That's hilarious. I think there was a Hydra down here. Oh, wow. That could have been bad if we would have been barbed by a Manticore with a Hydra bearing down on us. So we do not want to go down there. I'd rather face ogres than a Hydra. Maybe not a hasted ogre. A hasted two-headed ogre. You want to trade spells? Sure. How about Iron Shot? Okay. Ooh, a trove. Let's see what it wants. There's a portal to a secret trove of treasure here. This trove needs the Horn of Garyon to function. Give it the item. That is in hell. I think that's somewhat within our ability to get. We may do it. Then again, if you take that risk and it's, you know, oh, here's 20 potions of Identify, or 20 scrolls of Identify. So we'll think about it. There's a ways to go before we'd even think about that. I'm not sure if the horn has any other function. It probably does. Oh, Roxanne is a geomancer. Interesting. She usually has a spell book. She also usually has Crystal Spear, which is a problem. Oh, but she's a statue. But yeah, let's look up Horn of Garyon. Whoops. Horn of Garyon. And again, generally it's going to be easier to look at the wiki, but I don't want to be swapping screens back and forth. XP charged Evoker. It summons 1 to 4 hell beasts that are usually friendly. Oh, interesting. Alright, so in theory all I need to do is walk down here. So she has, well, one nasty thing she does have is blink other close. So she could blink us close and then Crystal Spear us. I don't know if we're in range of Crystal Spear right now. Yeah, it's... So I don't think we're in range of that right now. And I don't think we're in Iron Shot range either. She can maybe bolt us. But with... Iron Shot... No. With Lee's Rapid Deconstruction... Yeah, see, she blinked us within... Yep. I think... Yeah, she just tried to Crystal Spear us. Die. Alright, well, looks like it's a book we already have, unfortunately. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot. Well, we have 8 heal wounds, so we will just chug one of those. I think there was another elf floating around. And this is Azrael, the Boundless Flame, a powerful belligerent Ifrit. Is there any other kind? So he has a bunch of fire spells, and Damnation, which does Unholy. Not affected by any means of protection. I wonder what our... It doesn't seem like he's seen us. I wonder what our Petrify... We have a decent chance to Petrify him. Okay, wow, he is... Yeah, we're just going to run away. Run away! Okay, so we are working on our health. I would like to get that up a little higher. And our defenses aren't the greatest. We're only wearing leather. Okay, we're training a lot of stuff right now. Let's focus the keep us alive skills. So we'll pick another stairs and go back down. So Vehumet is extending the range of our Iron Shot. So Roxanne's Compendium of Transformation. That's interesting. Why didn't I pick it up? Sticks to Snakes, Ice Form, and Irradiate. So let's take... Oh boy. He did a lot of damage to us. I think I'm going to call in some help. So I feel like there should be an Earth Elemental maybe behind that wall, hopefully. So Iron Shot, Iron Shot, Iron Shot. I mean, these guys we're not too worried about. Or are we? Okay, so let's be smart about this. Okay, well, we almost died again. So let's see. So we do have some. Do we have? Yeah, we do have transmutations up to 5. So transmute. So irradiate could be interesting. It's a non. It sticks to snakes, honestly. We would have to go. It's level 2. Irradiate. Irradiate's kind of interesting. Transmutes an ultra thin layer of the caster's skin directly into pure magical energy, blasting adjacent creatures and bypassing any armor they may have. Heavily deforms its targets, weakening them and reducing their armor. Caster is not left entirely unaffected. Some of the magic lingers enough to leave them dangerously contaminated. I feel like we want to save that for some higher level earth spells. Sticks to snakes would be potentially interesting. Oh yeah, shoot, I forgot all about Vile Clutch. So this is a necromancy and earth spell. It's not quite as good as it used to be. Whoops, that wasn't what I meant to do. what the heck? Describe. Borgnor's Vile Clutch. Calls forth hands from corpses interred beneath the dungeon floor long ago. Enemies caught in the area will be held in place and constricted until they break free. This used to be like a super powerful area of effect spell. Now I think it's sort of like a bolt. It's probably worth learning. We have Earth. You will learn that. And then, how do we want to do this? Get necromancy up to 3 maybe. Do we really want to train 7 things at once? Let's get you up. And let's turn these off for now. And set these to normal. Because the shield isn't affecting us too much now. Amulet of Regeneration. Do we... Okay, our auto pickup is off. Interesting. Let's see if I didn't screw anything up. Oh, that's probably why we didn't pick up that book. So we'll turn off Amulet of Regeneration. We're not going to want those. Something hits you but does no damage. So we're going to hit capital Z so we can... what spells do we... Iron Shot. Okay, we do have Vile Clutch. We could try it. Z, capital Z, G. So yeah, so it's a bolt spell now. It used to be kind of like Fireball. You would target it and then you would hit an area of effect. You miscast. Okay, we don't know where he is, so we're going to bring him out into the hallway. And now we can just... We can just use Lee's on him, so we know he's somewhere in here. Probably, well, we also could have put on our ring of See Invisible, but we weren't in too much jeopardy there. Kind of want to take them back down this hall so we can face them one at a time and do this. There we go. Here is our Hydra friend, and we have 9 spell. Ooh. So he has summoned a Manticore, which could potentially barb us. We're almost starving. We're just gonna slowly. Alright. I don't think summons usually follow you upstairs. We will eat. We're actually hungry. We should eat an actual ration. We're at 41 rations. You are no concern to us. Oh, Etten is potentially a cause for concern. Starburst is, I think, one of a newer conjuration spell. So if you're a conjurer, you'd want that. I think it may even be in the starting spell book now. I'm going to try to petrify him. So he could squish us pretty good. Okay. Iron Shot. Iron Shot. Don't have enough. Stone Arrow. Alright. So he has a +2 Great Mace of Holy Wrath and a Dire Flail. So yeah, it's generally not a good idea to stand next to Ettins. So here's Depths. Here's our Manticore friend. So yes, I think we, let's see. Did we block? Manticore flicks his tail. Okay, it hit us, but it did no damage. Okay, fine. Enchant Weapon. So there's a Book of Conjurations. Magic Dart, Searing Ray, Dazzling Flash, Fulminant Prism, and Mystic Blast. If we find Battle Sphere, that might be worth. If we go to our library, I don't think we have Battle Sphere. Well, let's try spelling it right. Yeah. That gives you a little orb friend, and he would fire at creatures every time you take a shot, so that'd be handy for us, because that's generally what we've been doing. This trove, yeah, I'll have to think about that. Okay, so we made it to Dungeon 15, so now we're going to go back to our stash. I think there's probably a way to set like a waypoint. I've just never bothered to learn it. Okay, so I, again, will do some inventory management. And when we come back, we will head to, let's see, what are our layer branches? Control O. Control O, yeah. So our layer branches are Spider and Swamp. And it's kind of handy for us because we're immune to poison, and both of these have a lot of poison foes. So, yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. Our AC is up to 25. With our Trident, it's probably up to like 32 now. We have okay-ish EV. We have good shield. So yeah, so one way to look at your stats is to combine all these. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 53. And that's not bad for a spellcaster, just ending the dungeon. So we will just take a look here. Let me drop off this scroll of enchantment before I forget. Enchant weapon. We have to think about it at some point. I mean, we could get our Trident up to a +7 Trident of protection. I don't know that we really, I think we want something a little more interesting, like maybe vampiric draining or electricity, or, well, I guess what I said, we're going to try for a demon Trident, I think. So we want to save at least some of those, and it seems to be doing a good job for now. So yeah, we will pick this up next time. Later.
When we pulled into Cargo Bay and needed shotgun shells, the QM yelled at me to stop a banging on his bell. We wanted some munitions for our glorious ballad hunt, but found too late that they just hated us green tiny cunts.
And we're banned from Cargo, everyone. Banned from Cargo just for having a little fun.
We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their war.
Now NT doesn't want us anymore.
I started as a cargo tech and I had to send these comms, so I did what anyone would do and ordered 20 bombs.
Hey, can I borrow
but
that?
then an engine with a welder hit me and set me ablaze. So cargo set on fire too when the server lagged for days. And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo
Just for having a little fun.
We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their war.
Now NT doesn't want us anymore.
Worked the shift as King Cargo decided to succeed. The cargo techs were sent out to take all the things we need. Foolishly, Sec challenged us and all of them did fall. The only thing that stopped us was that goddamn shuttle call. And we're
Banned from Cargo, everyone.
Banned from Cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their war.
Now NT doesn't want us anymore.
Take it from you, Stagger.
I heard those fucking techies were building an engine. They didn't heed my warnings, they constructed an SM. Just to let them know who really is the chief. I cut the power, locked the doors, and now they're all ground beef. And we're banned from Cargo, everyone. Banned from Cargo just for having a little fun.
We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their war.
Now NT doesn't want us anymore.
Solo.
There we go. Y'all got some yellow gloves I could borrow? Hey, is it cool if I stash this here? Nah, it's fine. I got you.
And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore.
Now NT doesn't want us anymore.
A pizza party is reward enough for all the cargo techs. Might as well still work for this because of their nervous wrecks. Any other suggestion just might be a sight obscene. Just another fucking ship on Space Station 13. And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore. Now NT doesn't want us anymore. Because we're job banned.